Welcome into a very special episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Starts. Joining me today as part of the Awaken Your Spiritual Curiosity Expo happening in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, June 7th, with a VIP event June 6th that is coming up very, very soon. I have Lori Lashman of Souls of Spirit Expos, Kelly Wagner from The Edge magazine, and Sunny Dawn Johnston, who is the keynote speaker for the event. Ladies, welcome to The Scene Projects.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I'm blessed, Kelly. You and I have become good friends, I would say, over the past few months since we've been introduced to each other. But I'm just meeting Lori and Sunny, and I'm so excited for this event coming to my home state, my new home, of Sioux Falls, where we do quite a few events with our organization. And this is something very new to our area, not just your event in particular. I know this is the first time that you've hosted this year, but we don't get a lot of these events, period, in South Dakota. Mostly on the west side, as Lori would know, Deadwood and the Rapid City area are big supporters of this kind of event. But Sioux Falls is a new market. It's a big market, and I feel like it's ripe for this kind of event. So very excited to hear more about you ladies and the event. So Lori, I want to go ahead and start with you. Give us a few minutes of background and then lead us into what will be this amazing event on June 7th.
Okay, sounds good. I've been having the expos for 8 years now. I used to do about 10 a year. So I was just thinking the other day, I'm close to my 100th expo, and I really got to research that to see what one that falls on. But I had an awakening of my own. I had gone through the dark night of the soul for many years, didn't really know what it was, and found out, and it changed my life for the better. At the time, it wasn't, but it made me who I am today, and I'm very happy with who I am today. I've been called a soul connector by some of my vendors, and I found that really is to be true.
Mobile device not found. Ready to connect.
I connect people that are looking for
Battery 100%.
different aspects out there of different ways to live their life better with vendors and stuff that's already been there and have learned from their awakenings. So that's what we do, is put people together and share our experiences to make all of our life a little bit easier and magical.
Fantastic, Lori. You speak of your own journey, and I have had a long one of my own. That dark night of the soul can be a lot longer than a night. Some people, it's probably decades, and kind of lost in that everyday struggle, right? Of even if you're functioning, right? Even if you are working the job and have a stellar career and you have all of these things going for you, it's very easy to feel unfulfilled in this life. And I feel like not only did you have that for yourself, but you have the skills, obviously, coming up to your 100th event to bring all of these other people together that have probably gone through that same dark night themselves and had that same awakening. Can you speak a little bit to the power of these kind of expos, these conferences, these style of events for doing exactly that, bringing people together and making connections?
Yes. One thing about when you're going through stuff like that, if you don't know you're going through it, you think that's just the way life is supposed to be. And it's not. It's supposed to be joyful. It's supposed to be about connection. So when you come to an expo like this that we do, we call it a spiritual and holistic expo because you could find everything there, spiritual and holistic, under one roof. So you have all these vendors, you have all these speakers. You can come in with it, whatever point you're at in your journey. But when you leave, you just feel refreshed. You feel renewed, like you can take on the world in that moment, and it just uplifts your soul. Yeah. And then you can take a lot of that home with you, what you've learned, and carry that with you. It just makes life easier. You find out that the world can be magical. We create our own reality, which is hard to believe, because then why would we create suffering and things like that? But when you find that out, it changes your mindset.
And I talk about a lot because so many of the people that I work with are creatives, right? The Scene Projects is a big supporter of just independent musicians mostly, but now podcasters and all kinds of creative people. And it's very easy for us to feel alone, right, in that space because you are kind of the center of your own universe. No matter what you do, it's sometimes tough to find community in what we do. And I have found that these kind of conferences or whatever title they're given, these places where community are formed is where we find the not just the energy, but sometimes the courage to keep going.
Yes, very good point. I agree.
So brings me to Kelly. I'm going to ask you to unmute as well. I don't know what your Alexa was talking about, but
We lost power. We just got it back about an hour ago. So like my whole house is just like, I don't know. I think Alexa wanted to say hi or what was going
yeah,
on. I apologize.
yeah, so
We're all ready to connect.
yeah, well, that's crazy how close we were to not having this because if Kelly didn't have internet, we were going to have a heck of a time connecting with the rest of you. Kelly, talk to me about why Sioux Falls is kind of the perfect place to have this event and why you kind of chose the Denny Sanford and the Sioux Falls Convention Center to work together with Lori on this event.
Well, thank you for having us. And Lori, I've been one of her vendors. I've spoken at her events. I just love how the lady rolls. Like, right? There's a frequency, there's a cadence. It's the it's the communications ahead of time as so I've been her client and she's been mine. So we've had this really fun collaborative relationship leading up to it. She really hits the Dakotas and Montana. And then I'm based in Minnesota. I mean, so how is Sioux Falls not like the perfect little kiss of a little beautiful space for us to come together collectively? So I'm a psychic medium myself, and I've been intuitively getting that Sioux Falls, it's ready. It's ready for this. I know there's a lot of practitioners that are popping up as we've been doing research and making connections for this beautiful event. I get so many people that are like, I just went to a sound bath last week. And I'm like, well, good for you. I just got my first crystal. Oh, you need to come see us. So there's these people that are really, really coming in and I don't want to say waking up because that's kind of a term, open-minded and they're curious. And that is what uh, it's the trust and the love that Lori creates with her communities. She is a connector and she is so all in, making sure that everybody's having an amazing experience from load in to load out, and the people coming through the door. And if they have kids, I mean, like everything has just this Lori magical touch to it. And that's what we're bringing to Sioux Falls. So, Denny Sanford, because that's where we started. Like we looked at other venues and they brought it. And Doria and their team and Courtney and like anybody, and if I'm forgetting anyone, I apologize. They've been treating us with kindness and respect. And we've never been to the venue. Like, so we're doing this and we're going and they're just so supportive and so helping and they're excited and they're like Doria's like, can I hang posters around town? Can I get magazines out? Like you don't get that in certain markets. And that's why it's like Sioux Falls and jump in. We're trying this and we're so excited. I'm excited to partner with Lori and we're so excited to bring Sunny to it as well. I think it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great pre-event and post-event. And I just see it super busy. It's like Disney World for me. Like I go to these vendors and I'm like, "Ooh, I want to spend money with you and I want to have a service with you and I want to do this and I want to do that." Like I can't I have to lock my credit cards up. I can't go to these shows and do what I want to do. And it's amazing. And it's you can't go to Target for these things. So it's just come and be curious. Okay, I have to calm down. I'm just get too excited.
Well, it's easy to get excited about. And what I love, because of the nature of these events and because of the nature of the vendors that come to these events, It's all independent businesses. It is all, usually mom and pop shop. It is small business. It is creatives. It's everything that I love about doing my job as a podcaster, performer, event producer. It's bringing together so much of what I enjoy about just being out here in the world, right? So very fortunate. Huge shout out to Doria. She's the one who connected us, Kelly and Lori. And I'm just thrilled. I ran into her when we were there for a hockey game a few weeks ago and told her, thanks for giving me a new best friend in Kelly. We talk all the time now. And she's just wonderful. And you don't get that in a lot of cities dealing with a venue as that. I mean, the Denny Sanford Premier Center is a 10,000 plus seat event center. It would be very easy for them to look down their nose at all of us, right? At all of us. And instead of doing that, they have come to all of us with open arms. And, I've already been invited by Doria to help them out with promoting a couple of other large scale events, which for a small podcast, our reach is growing every day, but it feels like we're really on the right path, that we're doing the right things and we're servicing our community, not just the listeners, but also the events themselves and the promoters, the event spaces. We're doing something correct. So a great lead in now to our keynote speaker for the event, Sunny Dawn Johnston. Why don't you introduce yourself and give us a little bit of your background and what we can expect from your speech? And I think it's a little bit of an interactive thing for this event, correct?
Yeah, it sure is. And I have to say, after listening to you guys, I'm even more excited because one of the things that really is true to my heart is giving people, small mom and pop, small businesses the opportunity to grow. That's why I'm a part of Expos. That's why I started in Expos 25 years ago with Edge Magazine in Minnesota a long, long time ago. So I'm really honored to be here and appreciate the opportunity. So thank you, all of you. My story starts back at the age of 13. I started seeing, I woke up one night in the middle of the night and saw my guardian angel. And I didn't even believe that there were angels. And I certainly did not believe that I had an angel. So when that experience happened, what happened inside of me is I had this amazing experience and this amazing feeling and this energy of unconditional love that I really hadn't ever felt before. But what that led to, which is really why I wanted to be a part of this this particular event, is it led to curiosity. It called me into, okay, I know that was real. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it came, but I want to learn more and I want to feel more and I want to experience more of that energy of love and that energy of connectedness that I didn't even know that I was missing, right? But I was kind of a depressed teenager. I was kind of grumpy, and maybe they all are, I don't know, but I for sure was. And so that led me into being curious about what else is out there. And so as I got more curious and I asked more questions, more and more connection to the spiritual realms, to my angels, to my guides, to deceased loved ones started coming through. And so I've spent the last 25 years of my life creating a career out of helping people to connect to that curiosity, helping them follow that path and connect to their natural intuitive abilities, which we all have. And even when we think we don't, the ones that tell me they don't are the funnest ones. They're the ones like, okay, let me just show you a few things right here, right? So this weekend, we are going to, Friday night, we're doing a VIP event, which, we only have a couple tickets left, but super excited about that because I really get to connect and have a smaller group of people to really help support and give guidance and teach and do some sessions and readings with. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a class where I'm going to teach people about their intuition and about mediumship and how we can really open up to the way that spirit, universe, God, whatever term you use, is coming to us and through us. And when we start to, I've done this for so long that when you start to see some of the pieces and you put the puzzle together, it like creates this beautiful, amazing experience that gets you excited about life, kind of to Lori's point, that's like, oh my gosh, there are these things, and there is this guidance, there is the support, and there is a reason why this is happening. And it's not just because I'm, a victim, or I'm bad, or I'm wrong. It's like, oh, let me learn from this, let me grow, and how can I step into a deeper connection and learn to trust myself and my connection, which I think is at the heart of where depression, dark night of the soul, those things begin, is with that lack of trust. So that's how we heal. And I'm super excited to bring that and more to the weekend.
And I feel like that is where spirituality and religion kind of split, right? Is that spirituality is forever curious, and religion is trying to know this is the way that it is, and very rigid. And that's probably why we have had such a movement kind of away from organized religion over the last several decades. We've had a lot of spiritual awakening on many levels, that there is a guidance that we cannot explain. And sometimes you don't need to. Not everything needs to be explained in a scientific matter. Case in point, I just went on a 4,000 trip tour around the country through Minneapolis, Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, all the way down to Austin, Texas. And every wrong turn I made led me to an inevitable better spot that I would have gotten to on my own. So explain that. Explain how every time I screw up the directions on Google Maps, I'm led to an even better situation than the one I was trying to take myself to. So firm believer in everything that you are saying, and exactly why I was so excited to jump cannonball into this event with you all. Really looking forward to the VIP event, which is June 6th. I know that you mentioned there's only a few seats and tickets left for that, but I kind of have the press release pulled up now, and it says dive deep into connecting with your angels with hands-on guidance. And I would like to know a little bit more about how that kind of looks for these people that will be attending the VIP conference.
Sure. Well, I think that one of the things that makes the work that I do a little bit different than other people is that I like to give people the experience. I don't want to lecture them. I don't want to necessarily even be the teacher. What I want to do is take you into an experience where you feel what I'm talking about. And so the blessing that we have is I have a musician that travels with me, and she plays music that helps to support and activate the frequency of what we're wanting to connect with. So the angelic realm, our deceased loved ones, communicating really with spirit and leaving. So they will leave with an experience, not just knowledge, but actual wisdom that has been embodied. And for me, that's where I believe that we really expand, is when we have the experience. You can tell me something all day long, and I may or may not choose to believe it. However, if I have an experience, now it's mine, and now I have a story then to share that creates a ripple effect that is a win-win for everyone. So absolutely, both Friday night in the VIP experience, which was just a smaller group, so it'll be much more one-on-one. We'll have that ability, Q&A and all of that. And then also in the Saturday event, being able to really let people come in with wherever they are, but leave with an experience in their mind, their body, their spirit, and their emotions, so they can go out into the world and then choose what they want to create with conscious awareness of what they can actually tap into.
Amazing. And as a musician and songwriter myself, I can definitely, back up the connection between frequency, sound, and delivering that experience. So how awesome. Really looking forward to getting to come in and to experience that for myself on June 6th and to be a part of that. Let's come back around. Kelly, I'm going to go in reverse order now and bring you back in. Kelly, you're going to be speaking at the event as well, aren't you?
No, I'm going to be running around behind the scenes like the little Wizard of Oz. Right. I'd love to speak, but
you're handling production work.
Oh, I'll be here, there, and everywhere. So will Lori. We'll be just these little smears around all the time. But here's what I do want to share is we have Sunny at 11 to 1 on Saturday. And then at 1:30, we have Jody Harvala, and she is a psychic medium. And she's going to be speaking, Do you know your home has a personality and wants your attention? So, I mean, we spend so much time in our homes. And if you think about people that are working from home now, I mean, there's so much going on with our homes that I think this is going to be a fantastic presentation. 2:30 to 3, Nikki, and I'm going to say her, Lori, is it Sorrel?
Sorrel.
Sorrel. So I almost did it right. Woo! Animal communicator and Reiki practitioner. She's going to be talking about animal communication. And I just lost my English bulldog. I actually went around pre-interview and closed doors because he normally busted through doors when I was doing radio shows and interviews. And I'm still doing that. And the ability, and I've been working with animal communicators during his transition, and it's been just so heartwarming. So I really encourage people to join Nikki from 2:30 to 3 and just find out a little bit more about our little four-legged friends. Well, and two-legged and winged, and you know what I'm saying. And then from 3:30 to 4:30, we're going to have a crystal panel. So it's like, come on, like who doesn't have, well, Bubba, you might not, but who doesn't have a crystal somewhere, right? Let's like everybody crystal up. Like, there we go, right?
Full of them right next to me, Kelly, off camera. Don't you worry about me.
Love it. Okay. So exploring the world of crystals with experts. So we are bringing in 3 crystal experts that, and I've done a panel in some previous expos that I've done, and it was like super, super popular. And what's really fun is when you get the crystal experts all talking together and they're like, well, here's my moldavite. And then I got this in Arkansas. And so they start talking, and it's really fun because the audience just starts frantically taking notes. And we have some great crystal experts that, again, from 3:30 to 4:30 on Saturday. So, I mean, we're bringing a great, you have your vendors, and we're going to have around 60 vendors. Again, like Disney World, not kidding. Every single booth you're going to want to spend time with. And then from 11 to 4:30, we have some great sessions coming in. So it's going to be a really good day.
Yep. So Kelly, lock up your credit cards. Everyone else, make sure you bring yours with. Cash is I'm sure as well. Make sure you come prepared to take a little piece of this event home with you. And that's what's really great about bringing the vendors, and not just the information. It's an experience, and having little pieces of that experience to take home with us to share are so important. Lori, I know you do a ton of events, 10 a year. That's a lot. That's a lot to take on. I know you just finished one up here in my hometown of Deadwood, South Dakota, very recently. Now you're coming across the state to do this. Is it a goal of yours to kind of set up as an annual event in these markets that you're working in, so people can get kind of used to a schedule of when, Soul of Spirits or Awaken Your Spiritual Curiosity, whatever the name of the event might be, that we're going to get a little piece of Lori in there?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We're hoping this is going to be a huge success and bring it to all the people who are looking for this type of event, and we will be back. Yeah. And Sunny Dawn Johnston, I just have to say, when I had my awakening, it was 2015 when I finally realized what was happening. And something popped up on my computer one day, and it was Sunny Dawn Johnston was going to be in Fargo, North Dakota with Invoking Your Archangels. Goosebumps. I knew right away. I signed up. I paid for the weekend. I was all gung ho. And it's been 10 years. That was 2015, 2025. Sunny Dawn Johnston, my mentor, is doing this expo. I'm just blessed. I'm still blown away.
So a huge full circle moment for your own journey here, kind of bringing it back home, and of all places, Sioux Falls, which is just a few hours south of Fargo. And wow, what an amazing experience it's going to be for you, Lori.
Yes. Yeah.
Kelly, I know you wanted to thank some sponsors and everything before we get going. I think we covered it pretty well. And obviously,
I think we did it. Like, right? Like, just come, be curious. It's like $7 to come through the door. Like, bring your friends, bring your family. Again, bring your credit cards and cash. That works too. We are going to have concessions. We're picking out a really nice little menu, right? Like, this is going to be good.
Like 95% of the booths take credit cards, but at the door it's $7. So please have $7 cash, and it'll just make the line go through so much faster. And if you give us 10, we're doing 3 ones for. So
Oh, we're going to be the queens of ones. You know,
That
we're going
was
to be like
great.
this with the $1 bills. And then we're also having gift bags for people when the first people that come through the door are going to get these magical, they're going to get magical gift bags. We have 5 sponsors that I want to give a little love to because they are it was a first time event and they are helping us make this happen. So Prairie Moon Apothecary, I'm going to say this, Sovereign's, oh my gosh, Glory, Sojourner Stones. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm going to give them a special call out. There's Bubba's just like laughing at me. Then Nancy Randon from Transforming Your Phoenix, our beautiful friends at Crystal Rock Healing, who are going to be on the panel at 3:30 to 4:30. And then Lisa's Energy Healing is our fantastic sponsors. And oh my gosh, the Stone people. I'm sorry, you guys can get mad at me when I see you live in Sioux Falls. We are also going to have a silent auction, and there's more to come on that as we're putting that together. And that's something that we're definitely playing with. And it's just, I just want to let everyone know we are on the convention center side. So there's going to be a monster truck rally at 12:30 and 7 on Saturday, which is awesome. Like, bring on the monster trucks. And then we're going to have a holistic health and wellness on the other side. The place is going to be humming and levitating in all the right ways.
I absolutely love it. I appreciate your time, ladies, for joining me today on the Scene Projects. I would love to have any of you back again anytime you got something going on, which for Lori is pretty much all the time. Kelly, we talk every week anyway. Sunny, so nice to meet you. I can't wait to meet you in person. I may 10 days from now, essentially, from when we're recording this. I'm going to turn this episode around and get it out on our platform as soon as possible. Shout out to all of you all. Remember, everyone, that is the Awaken Your Spiritual Curiosity Expo. It will be at the Denny Sanford Convention Center on June 6th and June 7th. I know the VIP event is in the hotel, correct? So June 6th at the Convention Center Hotel, right there in the same area. Beautiful spot. You guys know the north side of town. We perform at the Den, which is the bar that's kind of right across the parking lot from there. So we got a spot to have some drinks after the show on Saturday as well. And we're really looking forward to meeting you all in person and to share just an amazing couple of days with you, awakening our own curiosities.
Wonderful. Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.